Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I just kind of wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot recently. And there's a lot of reasons to talk about it. I'm not going to get into any of the drama that some of them are in because I know there's like some drama that one of them is in. But Larptubers. Larptubers are, how do I word this? Larptubers are genuinely one of the most interesting trends to come out of YouTube in like years, in my opinion. It is so cool to just like see people showing appreciation for their favorite YouTubers in this way. I genuinely think the Larptubers that exist are honestly pretty cool. And I just kind of wanted to talk about that for a bit because holy shit, some of these people are so accurate. Dude, it's actually kind of scary how accurate some of them are. Obviously, like techno LARP or whatever. I don't want to get into that situation because that's like a whole can of worms. But there's Larptubers, obviously. Larptubers is interesting because he's the one who started it, and he's also arguably the one who's, dude, it's to the point where he has the same haircut as Markiplier did in like 2016. That's insane. Like 2012, I mean. That's like genuinely insane. That's dedication, dude. Getting the same haircut as your favorite YouTuber is dedication. And it's I actually wanted to talk about this partially because it brings me back to one of my older videos where a lot of people used to be using the word LARP very derogatorily, but I feel like that meaning has kind of shifted around once again to being more of like back or partially to its original meaning, but also more like a silly thing or like something fun, right? Because there was a while where the word LARP was being used to describe someone who didn't maybe know everything about a fandom, and they would use it to insult them, right? Now I feel like it's more going back to its original meaning, first of all, because what people associate with Larptubers isn't people who are LARPing a fandom. It's people who are LARPing as a YouTuber, which is live action role playing as a YouTuber, which is the original definition. But also people aren't using it in like a way to make fun of the YouTubers. They're being like, yo, this is cool. I actually really like this. I like the way that people are able to imitate. I think it's cool. And I honestly think that's a really cool thing. The fact that people have become way more, the fact that people are just embracing this is like, oh, these people are showing appreciation. They are being accurate. They're not using it to tarnish someone's image. They're actually like, it's really cool to see the way that people have like really switched up on like this type of thing. And I think it's really cool. I want to talk a little bit about this one specific Larptuber called the LARPing Tombstone, because the situation is so interesting to me because they are so accurate, dude. They are probably the most accurate Larptuber in my opinion. And it's not even a thing of, oh, they just sound like them. No, they are on the same level of music production. This got pointed out to me recently. The LARPing Tombstone, they made a remix of Looping the Rooms. They called it LARPing the Rooms. That is now one of the fastest Vocaloid songs to hit 1 million views, from my understanding. Like, it took them less than a day, which is crazy, by the way. 1 million views in less than a day is actually insane. That puts them up there with some of the biggest producers of all time. And it's just insane how close, like, I think they hit it faster than the original Looping the Rooms did, which is insane. But dude, yeah, no, the LARPing Tombstone is genuinely, yeah, it's so unbelievably just like accurate and in good faith, and they don't use AI as they've established, so it's like genuinely an amazing thing. And the funny thing to me is that they are so accurate that there are so many people who genuinely believe they are the original Living Tombstone, and I'm like, I'm 50-50 on that. They're definitely not just some random person who decided, you know what, I'm gonna be like the Living Tombstone. They definitely have experience doing this. Now, does that mean they are the Living Tombstone, or are they just like another sort of musical artist? Who really knows? And I don't think we're gonna know. But dude, it's so cool just seeing communities spring up around shared interests like this, I guess. And I don't know, it gives me a lot of hope for the future of YouTube, especially considering someone like Larptubers is able to be so successful with minimal editing, just because it reminds people of that old YouTube aesthetic. It shows that YouTube isn't like completely fried with brain rot editing. You can still be a good YouTuber, grow, and not destroy attention spans. Like, I don't know how to word it. Like, it shows you can still grow as a YouTuber without like extreme fast-paced editing, even on long forms. And I honestly think it's a really, really cool thing. And I think we actually need more people to be like that, in my opinion. Like, obviously, there's a time and place for hyper edited videos. But I think, I don't know, I feel like YouTube is genuinely lacking some of that more like chill, laid back, long form content, kind of like what I'm doing right now. Because this is, I don't know. I just think this whole thing is very, very interesting. And it's very, very exciting to me for the way that it shows YouTube is trending towards being, once again, more of a fun place for people to show their appreciation for things, rather than something people are hyper optimizing for every possible factor. And it's working, and that's a really, really cool thing. Obviously right now it's mostly under the guise of Larptubers, but in all honesty, who's to say in like a couple months we might, this is just a random wild batshit insane theory, I get that. Imagine this, 6 months from now, a new YouTuber starts blowing up and they are the opposite of Mr. Beast. they're just like chill, their videos are just fun to watch, they're very personality based. Dude, that would be so cool if we were able to, like, obviously not fully return to an era of less Mr. Beast optimized videos, because I think once again, it's fine to have them, but go to an era where it's not exclusively that, and people don't assume that that's, like, the requirement to get popular, I guess. And I honestly think that'd be very, very exciting. And I don't know if that's just a me thing, but I don't know. Now there has been a little bit of drama regarding Larptubers, and I don't really want to get into that. I think, though, people have been sending a lot of, like, death threats to a specific one. I don't think that's okay. I don't want to bring up that drama too much here, because I'm trying to make this video more lighthearted. But I want you guys to be aware that that is something that is happening. Partially from what I understand from misinformation being spread. I'm not too well versed on the drama. I haven't paid enough attention to it, but that's just what I've heard. I don't know though. I don't know. Now, if you guys enjoyed this like short little commentary video of mine, please consider subscribing. It's free, helps me out a lot. I'm trying to get to 100K by probably around this time next year. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. And watch another one. I have a bunch more like these now, so you should go check those out. They're under my yapping playlist or whatever it's called. I don't fucking know. Bye.